வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine, be blessed by the divine. Today, I want to share my thoughts on who am I. So this is a typical topic when you actually in India, when you go to a guru or a spiritual guru, and typical question, he will be asking, who am I? So we'll discuss about that. So normally in a daily conversation, if we talk to somebody, when you get angry, you'll ask a question. Who are you to ask these questions to me? Who are you? Typically that's how we ask with people. Who are you? Who are you? So when you get angry, you ask that question. Now you ask that question to yourself. Who am I? Who am I? So it gives you a bit of confusion. Is the body me? So how do you identify myself? So then I am telling myself, this is me you are telling. So then I am asking you, is the shirt you? Then it's just your shirt, it's just belonging. The shirt you're going to remove You're going to remove the shirt, and so it's not you. The shirt is not you. Then you're telling yourself, I'm an engineer and working in some company. So is engineers, is it you? Then it is your job and it is not you. So then you will tell that your address is this, etc. Then that is your address, that is your home, that is with you, but that's not you. Then what is the next? That you will keep on telling whatever is actually besides you, whatever is belonging to you, you'll try to identify yourself with all those things. But unfortunately, none of them is you, none of them are you. So then who are you, or who am I, if I ask that question? And it's a little difficult to understand an answer. So before answering this question, I'll come up with a short story. So there was a child and the mother, and they both are walking, and they went to an exhibition. So the exhibition was wonderful, and there were many games to play. And they reached there, the child enjoyed each of the rides, the games, and the mother gave good snacks, ice cream, and everything the child was eating. So suddenly, the child was actually holding the hand of the mother and doing everything. But suddenly, the child left the hand of the mother, and it went inside and enjoying the ride, having the snacks, whatever she is having, it's keep on eating. And after 15-20 minutes, half an hour over, now the child starts thinking, where am I? What am I doing? Suddenly it looks here and there, and she lost herself. Now what the child needs to do? She has to find the mother. Now interestingly, another event happens here. The child just fell down, and it got hit on her back, and the child lost the memory. Now it's a more difficult situation, isn't it? The child doesn't know where is she, doesn't know what she's doing, and she forgot her mother as well. Now what to do? Now the child is crying, and a caretaker there in the exhibition stall comes there and asks the child. And now child is behaving normal, but the child lost the memory. It's a story. So, and he's asking many questions to identify who the child is. But unfortunately, the child is not able to recollect anything, the history. Now, the child is in a state of pity state. Now, the exhibition, that caretaker, takes the child to a hospital. Now, doctor starts giving the treatment to the child. Now, the doctor treats the child and gives some medicine and trains the child to recollect, and gives 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month training. After 2-3 months training, the child comes back to the normal and understands and realizes and brings back all the memory. Now it's able to tell who the mother is. Now again, she is able to tell where the mother is now. Now what the child should do? The child should reach the home and meet the mother. And after a while, they identify the address of the child, and they reach the home, and the child sees the mother. The moment the child saw the mother, the child went and hugged the mother, and the tears in the eyes. So now in this story, with this I can explain you who am I concept. There are two instances. At one stage, the child was holding the mother's hand, but for some reason the child left the hand because of the indulgence or enjoyment, and child fell down, lost the memory, and struggling a lot, and somebody was helping the child to recover the memory, right? The same way we are also in the same state. Who am I? If I ask the question to myself, who am I? Who am I? This body, the shirt, my designation, my job, my property, my address, my assets. These are all not me. There is something beyond that is inside me. What is that? So, what is controlling this body? This body is made up of cells. Okay, what is controlling each cell of the body? So each cell in this body is dancing and making him, they are all doing a drama inside this body. So each cell, what it is doing, now go inside the cell. It's made up of energy particles. So I am made up of energy particles. So go inside further. So the energy particles again, actually there is something else is controlling these energy particles. It's called genetic center, which is, we have three types of body inside ourselves. One is a physical body, and another one is a astral body, another one is a causal body. So physical body is what you see here, and astral body is made up of energy particles, and the radiations from there is known as a magnetic body or causal body. Now the center of all these things is genetic center or soul or Atma. So now if you go further, I am controlled by my soul. I am the soul. I am the genetic center. And again, from the genetic center, energy particles start from there and circulate throughout on my body. So who am I? If I ask that question, I am actually this body. Then inside my body, I am the energy particle. And the energy particle comes from the genetic center, which is again my soul. So I am the soul. Now where is the problem? I am the soul. But it is very easy to say, but difficult to understand. Now, inside the soul, there is something else is there. The soul or the genetic center is being surrounded by impurities. Like a cloth, like a light is being surrounded by a blanket of clothes. The light inside is not visible outside because it is completely covered by the blanket of clothes. The same way, the genetic center, the soul, is covered by three different kind of imprints. One is the ego, another one is actually sinful imprints, the next one is a state of illusion. We as a human being lost the connection with the divine power. The inside of the soul, the truth, the divine consciousness or supreme consciousness or God is there inside each one of our soul. Now unfortunately we lost that connection, we lost the memory because we ourselves went into the enjoyment mode. Of course, it's not we lost that connection, it's our parents lost the connection, our ancestors lost the connection. Like that, the entire history continues. In the same way, the exhibition, as a child lost itself into the enjoyment of the exhibition, same way we lost ourselves in the enjoyments of this world. As we lost ourselves in these materialistic pleasures, sensual enjoyments, we forgot where we are, where we came from and who we are. So now, even though I say that I am this body, I am this energy particle, I am the soul, I am the truth, I am the inner consciousness, I am the supreme divine consciousness, which is functioning in a fractional form. So very easy to say but difficult to understand. So how do I understand this? I'll give another example. You take an apple, you cut the apple into different pieces. You cut it, keep on cutting it, and it becomes a very small piece. Now a small piece has come. Now you cut that further. Now you put that into a fire, vanishes. The same way this body also will vanish just like that. If you throw this into the fire, the body will vanish, but the soul will never vanish. The Atma, the soul, never vanishes. It never perishes, right? It keeps on, it continuing its journey from one birth to another birth to another birth, like the karmic link. So we inherited all our karma from our parents. The soul inherited, soul lived several bodies. I am wearing this shirt today. Tomorrow I am going to change my shirt. The day after tomorrow, another shirt, another shirt. I am going to keep on changing my clothes every day. The same way, the soul has changed several bodies over several births. Now in this birth it's wearing this body, in this birth it is wearing this body, in the next birth it's going to wear another body. But what is the deciding factor for that? The soul, as long as it has imprints in itself, with itself, it has to take another body in the next birth, right? Now remember, the soul which is inside ourselves, the soul can be understood, or the life energy particles can be understood when you practice meditation. Without meditation, it may be very easy to talk about it, but very difficult to understand. So in our Sky Yoga, we teach Kundalini Yoga, wherein you concentrate on your life energy particle. The master initiates your Kundalini force, and you concentrate on your Agna Chakra, where you see the life energy particle, and then go along the path of life energy particle, and also you see where the mind starts from there, and you merge your mind with the place when it starts. That's where the truth or the divine consciousness, which is our true mother. Now look back, go back to the story again. Let's go back to the story again. The child lost the mother first. Second, the child lost the memory. We are in the same situation. We never lost our mother. We just lost the memory, right? So we lost our memory. Now it is time to restore the memory back, and now that's where meditation helps you. By doing meditation, is a doctor here, helps you here. For the child, a doctor was needed to bring back the memory. Same way a spiritual guru is required to bring back the memory into yourself. So guru is a doctor here. Guru is a gift from the God, and God, again, guru gives you the gift, which is God. So guru is the gift from the God, and God is the gift from the guru. Now the guru enlightens you, and with guru's light you start traveling inside. Close your eyes and meditate. As you travel inside, you realize the self, which is the truth, which is divine consciousness. So as you touch the divine consciousness, you realize the divine consciousness is functioning in a fractional form inside yourself. Same divine consciousness is functioning in the entire universe, in all the living beings, plants, animals, all human beings, and also the non-living beings in the as a universal consciousness. So understanding this is the purpose of our life, this purpose of our birth. So you need to align your goals, you need to align your life along in this self-realization spiritual path. If you deviate from this fundamental self-realization path, what will you do typically is you will amass a lot of wealth, you will work towards achieving a lot of fame, power, or sensual enjoyment significantly over and over above the limits, but you are not satisfied with that, because the satisfaction will not come at all. The same way the child, it was wandering here and there in the exhibition, but until the child met the mother, it was in a state of confusion and in the depression. So it was living in a state of pain and misery. The child was living the same way. We are all living in the state of pain and misery until we go and see and understand who we are really. So we have to discover the mother inside ourselves, the true source, the true mother of you, which is the God, supreme consciousness or truth. So the moment you discover the child, when it discovered the mother after several months, it was hugging the mother, tears in the eyes of the child. Same way, when you touch back the true inner consciousness inside yourself, you will feel yourself a bliss. You will feel ecstasy about it, because so much amount of divine bliss, because you missed it over several millions of years back. You missed that connection. You met your true source after several millions of years. When you meet your true source after millions of years, that's a wonderful feeling that you can have in this life. And that's what a spirituality is all about. Spirituality is not something different. Understanding and establishing the connection with the true source, which you lost millions of years back. Now it's time to connect with the true source. And once you connect with the source, what are the benefits that you are going to enjoy? Now the child is connected with the true source, which is the mother. Now the mother is going to guide the child. The child can go wherever she wants. Now the mother is going to assist the child. The child is holding the hands of the mother, doing whatever the child wants. She is not going to fall down. She is not going to over enjoy any exhibition. She is not going to overstep the limits, right? the mother is watching. As long as the child is holding the connection with the mother, it will enjoy the rides, it will enjoy the games, it will enjoy the snacks and everything, right? Isn't it? The same way, as long as we discover our true source and establish and keep connection with the true source, which is who am I? Answer for that. As long as I connect myself and I discover the true source of myself and establish keeping the connection always, my life is going to be happy. And when I do whatever actions that I perform, I am going to relate with the true source connection, supreme consciousness. And that is going to guide me, each of my thought, each of my word, each of my action. So not only that, all my deeds will be connected with the divine. It will all be divine thoughts, it will be divine words, divine actions. Not only that, I will not have pain in my life, because I'm going to limit myself when I do any kind of a sensual enjoyment. I'm connected with the divine. I'm connected with the divine inside, right? So when I cross my limit in the sensual enjoyments, inner divine connection is going to tell me, hey, you are crossing the limit. Stop it. So that's guiding me what is right and what is wrong. So I'm not crossing my limits. I'm always enjoying the things with the limits. So I enjoy my life as well as enjoy the bliss which the divine power is offering me. Is that not wonderful? Is that not what you want in this life? Is that not the purpose of our life? If you miss this boat, then you will be in the vicious cycle of pain and misery. We all should come out of that pain and misery cycle, because our world, our inner, our soul needs to see the true inner source. Remember, we all do materialistically many things we do to satisfy ourselves. That all trivial. That all trivial. Again, when you truly discover yourself, that's the eternal bliss. I can't explain those things beyond the words. You need to do meditation. If you do meditation, in the day one, you are not going to reach that stage. But it's a process, it's a journey. You started today. Now close your eyes, start your journey at least half an hour every day. As you do that, it's going to slowly align you from vicious cycle of materialistic life into a spiritual journey. Again, doesn't mean you don't need the materialistic life. You will have, but with limits. And as you travel here in this journey, you are going to receive a lot of happiness, bliss in this world. That is what is the answer of who am I. And we all actually have to do that. And Sky Yoga teaches you how to realize the self and how to remove the imprints. One more aspect to it is actually, remember, as I said, the soul or the genetic center is actually covered with the soul or the genetic center is covered by 3 layers: illusion and sinful imprints and sensual or ego. So these 3 things are the blankets that is covering my genetic center or the soul. Now, as you slowly unfold these 3 layers, you will see a divine light inside yourself. So that's the divine light, that once the divine light starts glowing inside, you will see the things around yourself. So that means, let's say I am living in a very dark room. Suddenly, I am switching on a light which is 0 watts bulb. Suddenly I see the things around myself. It's on a messy state. I'm living in that room for pretty several years. What I'll do immediately, I'll start cleaning the things around myself, isn't it? I'll start cleaning the things around. But it's just a 0 watts bulb, because I started meditation just today. So as I do meditation every day regularly, I increase my brightness slowly. As I do that, I become my 5 watts bulb. It's a little more bright around myself, and I see here and there. And what I do, I actually clean the things around myself. I clean the mess myself. Now I increase the brightness little more. What 100 watts bulb I become now. It's very clear. I keep my clean very clean. Not only that, it's also sending light to the room which is adjacent where another human being is living. So the light inside me is started helping the other human being who is living next to me. So my light is enlightening the people around myself. So this is a wonderful spiritual journey. The answer to who am I is discovering the light inside yourself. And once you discover the light inside yourself, You will start expressing love, compassion. You will start to love everyone in this world. Everyone, every living being, every animal, every plant. And that is the true way of living. And answer to the who am I takes you to the true source, the God, Supreme Consciousness. As a fraction consciousness, after understanding this, whatever you demand, the Supreme Consciousness is going to offer you, because you become connection with the Divine, right? And with that, our purpose of life will be met, and our karmic cycle also will complete with that. There is no longer new birth is required once you realize the self, yourself. All our imprints slowly will get erased, and we will become a wonderful, we will live in a wonderful life. With this, I'll conclude, and I'm very happy to share this thought with you all. Be blessed by the Divine, and also I thank my Guru Vedatri Maharishi for enlightening me. Be blessed by the Divine. வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன்.